Welcome back, Nostalgia Junkies. Here at Growing Up Movies, we cover a wide range of topics related to nostalgia and childlike creativity. From classic 80s and 90s movies to retro toys and throwback arcade games, but it's all related to how we were all creative when we were kids. And I wanted to share a few of my creative things today, some modern art masterworks here. You guys may recognize this sequence from Back to the Future 3, the climax with the train and the DeLorean on the train tracks. When I was a kid, I was really movie and pop culture obsessed, so everything I did creatively kind of related to that. And it shows up how creativeness and nostalgia are connected as well. I was a huge Back to the Future fan, as I'm sure a lot of you were, and some of the other things in this room can attest to that fandom itself. So moving right along over here, we have this one. I must have been summoning my inner Van Gogh or something, because this is actually a Marks a Lot painting of this very room that we're in, which I designed when I was a kid, this movie room. And speaking of which, here's a poster for Nicholson and Keaton's Batman, the Tim Burton Batman from 1989, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And these posters are actually still up here on the walls. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, stuck in 1989. This room has not changed since then, and I am proud of that. One other thing that I thought was kind of funny here is actually this Lucasfilm Fan Club magazine with Sean Connery on the front in the drawing, and I had a subscription to this. I was a super Star Wars and Indiana Jones nerd, and I actually had the Back to the Future Fan Club magazines as well, because they ran this for a year when Back to the Future 2 and 3 were out. So moving right along over here, this is a poster. It's a teaser one sheet for a movie that my friends and I made in high school called Broom 2, which was a psychological thriller, the sequel to Broom 1. Broom 1 was a parody of slasher movies such as Friday the 13th and Halloween, except in Broom, the killer murdered people with cleaning utensils, such as brooms. He'd blind them with Windex and then smash them in the head with a mop, and then the killer also wore a waste paper basket over his head that was kind of like the mask, like Jason's hockey mask from Friday the 13th. And it was supposed to be a silly parody of slasher movies years before Wes Craven's Scream. Growing Up Movies and movies that kids made is going to be a big topic of this whole platform going forward. There's a lot more to discuss with this, and I would love to hear from you guys. If you guys made narrative movies when you were kids, I'd love to see them. I'd love to hear your stories. Also, anything that you painted or drew or made models made out of clay, this is a forum to share, so please contribute. We'd love to hear from you, and remember to tap back into that inner creative child, visit it again, pick up the painting or the paintbrush, the pen, whatever it is, the musical instrument, whatever it is that can help you soothe the anxieties by just being creative, to be creative just like we were when we were kids. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on social media as always. www.growingupmovies.com is where you can find everything. Thanks a lot for being here.